Welcome back to the Forex Beginner Podcast. It's your boy Calvin, the new trader. We are here live today. This is the first sit-down interview, and if it's a sit-down interview, it means it has to be somebody special. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all been asking for this guest. He's from Detroit, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen, all the way to the Trey O to the 5. Mr. Doyle is in the building. Doyle, what's popping, bro?
What's going on?
How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. It's a
Welcome.
good day.
Welcome.
Thank you, bro.
It's an honor to have you, bro. And I want to say this, man. When you hear that from Detroit, Michigan to sunny Miami, South Florida, whatever people want to call it, when you think of that, is it surreal? Is it like, how do you feel when you think about that?
Man, the first 6 months being out here, I was like, man, I made it. But then it's like, okay, you still got to pay bills. So like, you got to just keep your foot on the gas. So the first 6 months, I was freaking out. Like, I was just sitting on my couch like, man, you really did it. Like, you created something. You try to figure out what worked, what didn't work in the market. Now you're just on another level. But you got to still be humble. Don't feel like you don't have to keep making money. You know what I'm saying? So like, after the 6 months, I'm like, okay, I'm here. Like, let's get to work. Let's get to the next level. So
yeah. So Forex. This is the Forex Beginner Podcast, and
Yes,
we was
sir.
talking pre-show offline about just the difference in where you're at now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how Forex is more, it's your investment vehicle. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
It's not like I need this to live now. You know, that has definitely gotten you to that point, but now you're a businessman,
Yes, sir.
entrepreneur, taking care of people,
Yes, sir.
cutting paychecks.
Yeah, man. Man.
All this at 25 years of age.
Yeah.
How does it feel, man?
It's really hard to explain. I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes, like, I'll be seeing people in Miami that run up to me, oh, watch your YouTube videos, or I'm in your Discord, and I'll just be like, man, like, I'm just honored to even be in this position because I'm 25 doing something bigger than me, you know? So I can't really explain. I really have no words. I'm just humble and just want to just keep going, keep reaching people so I can help other people, because I'm already in a position where I'm good. Like, I don't need anything from anybody. I just want to help people get to the next level. So it's just surreal. I can't even explain it, honestly. Every day I just go grateful and just try to be better from yesterday, you know? So, yeah.
When you hear the words Jefferson and Connors, what does that bring to mind?
Jefferson and Connors.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
What comes to mind when you hear that name?
Factory. Factory. Jefferson and Connors, man. I grew up on the east side of Detroit. I live on the west side of Detroit, but mainly on the east side of Detroit. And my dad helped me get that job. It's a factory right there on Jefferson and Connors. He helped me get that job. And that was one of my first factory jobs ever. I don't work numerous of factory jobs, but that was one of my first ones. And man, I went back over there. I made a YouTube video. I went back over there. I did like a $1,000 giveaway to somebody that watched my YouTube channel. I just gave away $1,000. When I was over there, it was just like, wow, like, I can't believe I used to work here. Like, it was just, I didn't go inside the building, didn't talk to nobody. I was just sitting outside, and I was just like, man, like, I can't believe, like, this really happened. Like, because that was like 4 or 5 years ago. So it was just, I don't know. The Jefferson and Connors, it bring back a lot of memories of just like going to work, getting off of work, studying. Okay, let me just focus on this. Let me focus on that. Let me just try to not make the journey so miserable, because I hated the job. So it was just, it's crazy that, because I'm going back over there. When I go back home, I'm gonna go back home in a few months. I'm gonna go back over there and probably go inside and talk to the guy that I used to work with. So yeah, it's crazy when I go over there. I'd be like, man, I can't believe I did this.
Crazy.
For real.
So do you ever hear from like some of the people you were running with in Detroit, or some of the people you grew up with? Do you hear from them now?
Yes and no. So when I graduated from high school, I went off to college. I went to Western Michigan University. It's like 2 hours away. And I kind of met some new friends in college. Now, the friends that I had in Detroit, I kind of talked to them a little bit, but like, you kind of stray away as you get further in life. You just people just fall off.
Yep.
But the people in college, I still talk to a few in college, but I mainly kind of cut off people because I was so focused on my journey, and I really didn't want to just any outside noise, any opinions. So I just wanted to just focus on me. I didn't want to worry about anybody else. So as far as like talking to like old friends, I kind of talk to them, but like as life goes on and you grow, you outgrow people, and that's just a sad part, because you want them to grow, but they don't grow. So it's kind of hard to like watch my old friends still do the same stuff, and they see me doing great, and I'll be like, man, come on, like you got to do something different. What we've been doing is not working. So I kind of talk to them a little bit, but I just stay focused on my vision, my goals. So I don't really speak too much on people that I grew up with. That's just how it is, sadly.
You know, a lot of people will look at you right now like, man, this young cat done changed his life. He was working at a factory. You know, we know Detroit as being a factory town, city, right?
Automotive.
Yeah, like this young cat done changed his life. He driving this amazing vehicle, right? He in Miami living his life, right?
Yeah.
He trading, he free, right? You know, a person would look at that and be like, man, he got it going on. But how hard is it to, you know what I mean? Yeah.
You know, man.
But like, how hard is it? Because I think people don't understand that. Like you just said, you had to cut some people off.
Yeah.
Because they don't see the bigger vision. They want to do the same thing. Just explain like, how hard is it when you in that? Like we ain't talking about Doyle here, arrive. It's easy to cut people off when you arrive. But we talking about when you first said, man, I see a bigger vision here. Yeah. You know, this digital space. Money's moving differently. You know what I mean?
We in a different era.
We in a whole different era. Like how hard is it to make that decision when you want better for yourself in that moment to say, man, I probably can't pick up the phone for Tommy. I can't talk to Davon. Man,
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I'm just gonna keep it 1,000 with everybody on here. You gotta be selfish sometimes. You gotta put yourself first. Like, of course I wanna talk to my family. Of course I wanna pop out and have fun and let's do this, let's do that. But it's just like, man, like I'm gonna be old one day. Like I'm gonna be 35. Like, and I'm thinking about this at 19, 20.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be 35 one day. So I gotta think about my future. I have to do something right now so when I get in my 30s, that I'm not tripping about bills or anything like that. So honestly, like it wasn't that hard for me to just focus on me because I really was gonna put myself first before anybody else. After I'm good, then I can bless other people. But I can't do that if I'm not good. So it wasn't really that hard for me to just say, you know what, let me just block out the noise, the ladies, the clubbing, the partying, the people that's not really on anything. It wasn't that hard, I'm not gonna lie. Well, that's just for me, that only applies to me, but it wasn't really hard for me to get rid of people and just focus on my journey. It really wasn't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you said, you know, publicly that you really like antisocial. Like you're not really like being around a lot of people, right?
Man, listen.
So you made that known. But my question is, and it seems weird for some people because they like, what you do? You know, you got a Discord, you talk to people all the time, but people don't they don't really understand that there's a difference there.
Yeah.
But with that being said, right? Like, even though you are like that, and we have those tendencies, is that what kind of drew you to Forex when you heard about it? Like, I don't gotta talk to nobody, I don't gotta depend on nobody.
As soon as I found out that you don't have to deal with nobody to trade, I was all in. I'm all in.
Yeah.
Like, just sign me up.
Yeah.
Because like, I am a social person when I'm comfortable with you, but I don't trust people. I don't trust anybody. I have to feel you out a little bit. I gotta see how you move first before I even want to work with you. Even like when you reached out to me, I'm like, okay.
Out a lot.
You reached out to me. I'm like, okay, like he seemed like a cool dude, but I don't know him like that. Let me see, okay, let's see if he's gonna be consistent. Cause like I don't work with everybody. I gotta see if you can hold it down on your own. You're not trying to use other people to grow your platform. You can build on your own. So I just see what people do first. I'm like, okay, let me just chill out. Let's see what he gonna do first. And then I agree to do something. So I'm kind of like, I go into everything with discernment. Like, okay, I don't know, like, should I do that or not? I gotta be careful because like, I'm not saying I'm a celebrity, but I still have to move a little bit differently than how I was in Detroit. So I just be very careful. I'm very strategic on what I do, who I talk to, who I do business with, so.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, where does that come from? Like, I'm trying to figure out, cause bro, like you got such an old soul to you, man. Yeah. Like, is that your dad's wisdom in you, uncles, big, like older cousins? Like, where does that come from?
It's a little bit of everybody that was around me when I was young. My mom, my dad, my grandma, shout out to my grandma, my older cousins. Like, they just showed me like, okay, you need to stop acting like you're a kid. Like, grow up. Like, even if you're 16, grow up because eventually you're gonna have a family, you're gonna have a wife that you gotta take care of. You gotta do these things. You gotta be a man.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, honestly, the wisdom really just came from people just speaking good things to me when I needed to hear it at that time. You know, like, people can get wisdom to them, but it might be too late. You might be 35 trying to get wisdom. Nothing wrong with that, but when you get people with like good wisdom at a younger age, they tend to make better decisions. So I just feel like people just around me at the right time telling me the right things, and I just ran with it. I wasn't one of those people that was just like, oh, you know what you're talking about. No, I'm right there listening to all my grandma's stories. Like, okay, tell me, like, what happened? Like, I want to hear all of that. I'm soaking it in, and I'm applying it. So
That's fire.
yeah, I listen to all the people that's older than me. I'm always soaking in game. I would not act like I know everything. I won't.
What's your spiritual life like?
Man, everybody asks me this. I'm very spiritual. I'm not really into religion like that. I just believe in connecting with yourself, figuring out what's your purpose in this life. I'm just really spiritual. I do a lot of meditation. I like being alone. Drink a lot of water. Like I don't know. Like spirituality, I don't like speaking on that because, religion and spirituality is kind of like, it's a thin line. So I don't like speaking on stuff like that. But I truly believe in connecting with yourself.
Yeah.
Like you will know, you have the answers, you just gotta tap in, So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that.
I like that. So with that being said, like, was that kind of like the journey in Forex? So you started, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, you started out, got introduced to I Am Academy. And if you want to, you can kind of go like over that journey, but you got introduced to I Am Academy. And then you started by purchasing some course. I think you got like 2 courses.
Yeah.
One course by Fibs Don't Lie or
Fibs
something.
Don't
Yeah.
Lie.
And then by Daniel Savage.
Yeah,
right?
about Daniel Savage course. And then after that, I did trial and error, see, okay, what is working, what is not working. Okay, I traded Fibs. I like Fibs. That's why I was preaching at the beginning of my channel. I like Fibonacci. Making some money from it, tweaking the strategy just to make it a little bit better. But I was only seeing the market one way. Like, you gotta be flexible. So I'm like, okay, what can I do to be more flexible in the market to the point where I'm not just looking for a Fibonacci 62% or a 70%. I need to be versatile in the market. So that's when I implemented supply and demand. And after that, like, it was just, let's just critique supply and demand more and more till it makes more sense to me. And then that's when I just start going all in on supply and demand, ditch Fibs, and then, that really just got me to the next level.
Yeah. So you spoke about on your YouTube channel how, let me back up. You were talking about how you're very in tune with being one with yourself, right?
Yeah.
And do you think like that was kind of like, that like kind of bled over into how you approach Forex? Like,
absolutely.
How does this make me feel when I do this? How does that make me feel when I do that?
Like, I did a lot of documentation. It's so much you can document on YouTube. You can't really show everything. Like, I can show you like maybe a year after I started trading or little bits and pieces. But when you're alone, that's really where the self-work is at. So, like when I was like having like bad days in the market or I would lose some money, I'd be like, okay, what did I do wrong? How was I feeling that day? Like, okay, did I rush into this trade? What happened yesterday? Am I dealing with any personal problems? Because that's gonna cause you to do like risky stuff and like lose money. So I really just did a lot of documentation, and honestly, me being alone a lot made me really be more comfortable with my trading style, how I trade, how I approach every single setup. It's just, once trading become a part of you, you would know what to do in the market. Like, you don't even have to question yourself. Like, even though sometimes I do question my setups, but I still have confidence and belief in myself. Like, I just know, like, okay, if I make this decision in the market, I'm willing to pay the consequences. And I trust myself, so I'm gonna just do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's powerful.
Self-development is really something that people gotta do before they even feel like they should be profitable. Like, you gotta really know yourself. Because I be catching myself all the time, like, why am I feel like I want to just get in a trade? And I just made 3,000 today. Like, it just, I don't know. I did a lot of self-work, but it's stuff that involving spirituality and meditation and being alone that I feel like I don't know. I be feeling in tune with the market. Sometimes I can't explain how I be cutting my losses because it's just like, I've been doing this for a while. And I only been doing it for 4 years, but it's just, I don't know. I did a lot of self-work, bro. I can't really explain it.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't realize, right? So a lot of people will buy your course. They'll get your training. I've helped a lot of people. Like, hey, here's what I'm doing. If you think I'm doing something special, here's what I'm doing, right?
I should show them game.
Exactly. But people forget that just because I'm telling you what I'm doing, that don't mean that you can do it how I do it.
Thank you.
Because you know a lot. I know what I know. And a lot of times it can be something it can be a small thing, right?
Yeah.
That you learned way back when, like always check your 4-hour candle, see how that looks before you enter, right? It could be something small like that, just using that as an example.
Right.
And naturally, when you're putting your course together, you won't see that as a main thing that's in your strategy.
Right.
But in that particular trade, your instinct may say, check the 4-hour candle because it's,
Yeah.
it's a little iffy, right?
Yeah, facts.
And people will get upset and be like, well, you just did something different. Why did you do that? You didn't put that in the course. But again, trading it's something that is developed.
It's over time.
And you pick up little things. Yeah, you have a set strategy, a set approach, but sometimes
you can't experience.
That's it.
It's something that you gotta get.
You
can't buy that.
Yes, and everything we've learned shape how we approach the market.
Yeah.
So, and every trade is unique,
Exactly.
right? So, like, when you deal with students or you deal with people that'll message you and be like, Doyle, I watched this YouTube video, or Doyle, I got the course, or Doyle, we did a one-on-one. And the way you said it, it didn't play out like that. I missed this one thing. Like, how do you enlighten them?
Honestly, because first of all, I asked them, like, send me the setup. And now, if the setup was right and they still lost, I would tell them that was a losing trade. Because I still lose trades that still line up. Everything line up, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15-minute, 5-minute, every lineup, and I still lose. That's a part of the business. It's all a numbers game. Trading is not just, okay, I got a strategy, it's gonna work. You gotta have a test of numerous of setups, and you will see how good you is with your system. So it's all a numbers game. Every losing trade don't have to have an explanation. Just lose. But this is trading. This is the business. Once people accept that you will lose money in trading, then you will be relieved when you do lose. But okay, I got my strike. Let's go to the next setup.
Yeah.
So I just tell all my students that, like, if they take a setup that loses and everything lined up, I'm like, okay, charge us to the game. If I took the same setup, we losing together. I just took the same setup. So you gotta just take the good with the bad when it comes to trading.
Yeah.
For sure. Don't think everything is gonna be beautiful all the time. It's just not. It's not like that. I wish it was. Then it would have took me way faster.
Yeah.
To get to this level. So it's a process.
It definitely is. I definitely want to look in the camera and just give a big shout out to my boy Ralph the trader. He actually introduced me to you early on. Yeah. So shout out to my man Ralph. And he's definitely gonna appreciate this video. But one thing that Ralph told me about you was that, man, his discipline. One thing about Doyle, and this is what he say all the time. He say, I don't know about these other cats, but he say, one thing about Doyle, he gonna show you if he lose a trade right on his Instagram story.
Every day. Every day. You can't make that up. And I'm sending the setups to my students in the Discord. So if I'm sending the setup and we lose, we all lost together.
Yes.
If we win, we all won together. So yeah, you can't make that up. Like I show all my trades every single morning. I didn't even trade today.
Yeah.
There was no setups today. Like I didn't catch anything, but tomorrow we just gonna be ready.
It's a new day.
Yeah.
So where does that come from? I know one of your favorite books is Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas, which is one of mine as well.
I love that book, man.
What did it do for you and how did it shape you being able to stomach a loss well?
Man, that book is, first of all, everybody should read that book. Like straight up, everybody read Trading in the Zone, Mark Douglas, great book for traders. But that book just made me realize how greedy I am. It just really just opened me up. Like, wow, I really just, like, it was like, wow, I'm like, I'm not money hungry, but I hate to lose and I want to maximize the win.
Yeah.
Once I read that book, I'm like, okay, maybe I should be okay with what the market gives me rather than what I want, So I read that book and that's when I really turned into the scalper that I am today. I'm not gonna lie, it really made me just want to okay, take what the market gives you. Take 10 pips, take 15 pips. You don't have to catch that big move.
Yeah.
And you plan 33 lots. You don't have to catch these these long moves. You can catch a small move. So that really made me just content with just taking the profits when I have it, close it, take another setup, or just walk away, show up tomorrow. So that book definitely
a lot of people sleep on it, bro.
It
a lot of people sleep on it. Yeah. Another one, I don't know if you heard of it, but One Good Trade. One Good Trade. Have you heard of that one?
One Good Trade?
Yeah,
No,
One Good Trade by Mike Bill. I always get his name wrong, but I think it's Bill of Theory or Forey or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he owns S&B Capital. It's a prop firm, like a traditional prop firm where they actually hire you and pay you a salary and you come in and trade in the office. So he wrote this book, One Good Trade, and it kind of mirrors off of like Trading in the Zone. So it's like them two is like the best audiobooks for me. But like his whole mindset is, because in stocks, they take, bro, like his guys take like 500 trades a day. Like they heavy, like they moving.
Yeah, I can do that.
So his thing is, if you catch a winner, move on to one good trade or look for one more good trade. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's a good book. Check it out. And if anybody listening, y'all know I always talk about that book. But So let's move back a little bit. I Am Academy, right? You got introduced to that. I think it was you had a relative's boyfriend or something like that. Like, how did that come in? How did that come about?
It's crazy how I got into it.
Yeah.
I made a video on my YouTube channel about how I seen the first MT4, but that's not how I got into IML. How I got into IML, it was this recruiter from Dallas. He was like a millionaire, but he already was making money. So I seen him on Facebook talking about this, and I'm just like, okay, what is IML? Let me do some little research on it. I did a little bit of research, and they said they were showing people how to trade. So I ended up signing up under him, because you got to sign up under a person to even join it. They don't have a website where you can just type in IML. No, you got to sign up under him.
Which is like red flag number one. Man, that we never noticed, right?
Literally.
We don't pay attention to that part. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I signed up under him, and he wanted me to recruit. I literally just wanted to trade. I was in there for like 4 months, and I just left. But I appreciate the opportunity with IML. I don't know bad blood, because I wouldn't know anything about trading if I didn't at least get the basics from IML. So I'm not going to bash him too much, because a lot of us come from IML.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's how I got IML, through him on Facebook, and I joined under his link, and then for 4 or 5 months, and I left. So
he was only there 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, 4 or 5 months, that was it.
So what was that process? You was in like I forgot what they call it.
It was IML TV.
Yeah.
So I had one instructor named Tyrone Foster. He was teaching like basic like structure, support, and resistance, like just basic stuff. I wasn't really making a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie. At that time, I'm super new. I had like a $200 account, just trying to just get the feel for the market. But yeah, I wasn't really doing too much. It wasn't a lot of growth. I was soaking everything in. So anything was new to me. So it wasn't really growth. It was just, okay, let me just learn this, learn that. But I wasn't really going anywhere. I was just going in circles. So
were you live trading like with the educator? Did they have that at that time?
Yeah, they did have live trading. I used to hop on his calls, and he used to call out trades. We wasn't winning a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. We was losing, but I was on there just placing trades. I was on demo a little bit, went on live a little bit, but it was I just saw the game. I'm not gonna lie. I just saw like, okay, they want me to rely on indicators. Nothing wrong with indicators. Not something like you could trade indicators, but it would just, I need to know why I'm doing something. Why am I getting in right here? Like, not just because the EMAs are crossing. Like, no. So I just needed more information. So that's why I left. I'm like, no, I gotta be more.
I agree.
Yeah.
And bro, like I'm right with you. I often said that my time with I Am Academy, like even though my first experience was like yours, I signed up with a friend and, he came into it, I got to give him credit, my man Ron. He came into it just doing what they said do, you know what I mean? Like he didn't really know that it was all about marketing. He was just like, bro, I made some money trading live and, they telling me to recruit. So he was just doing what he was told to do. And so I came in, but I knew, you know what I mean? And I think when you have that entrepreneur mind, you can peep game. You can be like, okay, I see the business model. So I knew. So I ended up getting out like within a couple of days.
Oh, you was just like
no,
that.
But here's the thing though. I signed back up with my mentor, Clarence. So shout out to Clarence. But he actually taught us. So like all the stuff we did was outside of IM, but we used the harmonic scanner because that was the easiest way for him to teach us. All right, guys, like you got your take profit ones, all that stuff. So he taught us off the scanner in order to familiarize us with what trading is. And then, I slowly weaned off the trading view. So, I did have a good experience, but I'm like you, like it was a great place to get the foundation and what's possible and then move forward. My question to you, do you sometimes feel like, man, it's overwhelming? Because you too, like
man, for real,
when
bro.
you was working on your fib strategy, you had started teaching some people.
Yeah.
You started showing some people.
Absolutely.
And now you're doing something completely different from the fib strategy.
Yeah.
How was that process for you?
That transition, okay, first of all, let's go all the way back to when I first started the channel.
Let's do it,
go all the way back to when I
please.
first started the channel. When I first started the channel, it was all fibs. Like the first year and a half, fibs, okay? Once I started getting good at supply and demand, then that's when I started trading supply and demand. Now, people ask me, why did you make a course? I didn't even have a course the first 8 months when I had the YouTube channel. I was just giving free game the whole time. Fibonacci, okay, how you do this, how you do that, different time frames, all free. I started trading live on YouTube and posting the supply and demand setups on YouTube. So I'm showing them like me catching supply and demand setups on YouTube. And then people like, you don't got a course? Like, you don't have anything? And then I literally, that first video that I recorded live, I put in the comment section, I'm like, do people want me to make a course? People was hitting like, yeah. That's when I made the course. I had the YouTube channel for 8 months, didn't even have no course at all. Because I'm giving away free games. I'm showing what's working for me.
Yep.
So that transition from Fibonacci to supply and demand, because people are like, bro, why you stop? You gave us a BS strategy, you know? It's just like, I figure out what's working better. I'm just gonna be honest. If I would have stayed at Fibs, it would have, I feel like I would still be making money, but supply and demand is just better. That's just my opinion. So if I have something that works better, why would I just do both? Just stick to one thing, master one thing. So the transition was a little bit weird. A lot of people DM me like, bro, why did you stop trading Fibonacci and go to supply and demand? I just told them like, I didn't want to see the market one way, and this is obviously working better for me. So that's why I transitioned, but it's definitely like overwhelming. Yeah. Like being an educator is super overwhelming. It makes you sometimes like, bro, like, I don't need to do this. Like, come on, I don't need to do it. Like, why am I doing it?
Especially when you don't need the money, bro.
I don't man, listen, it's overwhelming. Like, that's all I can say. Yeah. And it's just like, people be thinking that we need them. Yeah. I think people be thinking that we need to educate. We don't. We do this so other people can get put on, and then you just disappear and you go off and you help somebody else. We just reaching other people so they can reach more people. So people can get out of their situation, because there's just a lot of poverty going on. So it's just like, okay, being an educator is cool, but it gets stressful over time because people don't understand that you have 1,000 people that's hitting you up. Your DMs is slammed, Instagram, YouTube. It's just a lot. So it just, I don't know. I think the people that are consuming, it's not even their fault that they're being selfish, because I do the same thing. Yep. If I'm learning, like, I don't care about what you got going on. I'm trying to get to the next level. So I feel people, but people got to understand, like the instructor, the mentor, whoever, they are human. Yep. They are human. They have real life problems, family issues, everything. Like I'm pretty sure you can deal with the same thing that I deal with. Yep. And it's just like, people got to understand that we're still a human being. And like, it's just a lot. I can't even really explain. It's just a lot, bro, when it comes to educating, bro.
And then I think also, and then you got the other half, which I'm sure you dealt with this too. They say, oh, like, you just, I'm looking back on your video, you only been trading 8 months, it only been a year. Like, what qualifies you to start a course? And I think what people fail to realize is nobody, well, I don't know, maybe it is some people that it's their intention. Like, they got the whole game plan mapped out. Oh, I'm going to do a YouTube channel for a little bit, then I'm going to build a course. Maybe for some people, that's what it is.
That was never my plan.
I don't think people understand. Like, when you add value, when you really add value to people gonna want more of you.
The whole purpose of my channel was to document what I'm doing.
Come on.
That's it. Yep. It's not, go buy what I have going on. Or you don't have to buy anything. I'm good. Yep. But even when I was in that period where I was trying to get to the next level, I didn't ask nobody to sign up anything. I have my Instagram, website, and my Discord. And you can choose whether make sure you guys buy no, I don't care about that. Yep. But if that's what you want to do, then go ahead. But I'm not going to just keep promoting something when I don't need you. Yep. I need me to be straight. I need me to be back testing week by week so I can catch these setups. So I just feel like if you start a YouTube channel and you want to create content, and then and your end goal is to like have a course, it's nothing wrong with that, but go into it with good intentions. Yep. Like, don't just be trying to finesse people. We're not trying to do that. Yep. And we're not forcing people to buy anything from us. That's by choice.
That's by choice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So, yeah. I just totally understand it. And I'm happy that you adding clarity on that, because I just think a lot of people miss their blessing because they caught up on, another course, right? Yeah. This could be the course that can change your life. Bro, I've spent thousands of dollars on courses, and every single one of them has built me up to this point. Every single one of them.
You can take little bits and pieces from other people. Doesn't mean you got to use all that they teach. It might be one thing and be like, okay, I'm using Fibonacci, but he just says something about like gaps or something just completely different. It just might intrigue you to just add that to your system. Now you creating your own system. It's other systems that you're throwing in to make your own system. So I just feel like people just need to, like, the courses, like, it get a bad rep, but you don't know what you can get out of it. You literally just don't know what's in it until you get it.
Bro, I'm here right now doing this with you, thinking on this big level. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because of a course, because of a YouTube course. I got a YouTube mentor that just changed my perspective. Like, it's not even what he taught me about YouTube, because I could have just found some videos on that same stuff. Yeah. But it's the mindset that he gave me on how to view this. If you love creating media, you invest in it. You treat it like a business. You treat your guests right. You know, you reach out to people that you want to interview. You don't settle for people that got followings, but you don't trust their integrity.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
bro.
so I wanted to bring that up about you, bro. I'm happy that you didn't respond to me the first time because it showed me about how important it is that, you know, what you stand next to and what you present to your audience matters to you. It showed me more about your heart than anything else. And I really appreciated that.
Yeah,
I really did.
Like when you first reached out to me, like I did see the message. I'm gonna be real. Like I saw the message. I'm just like, bro, I don't know him. Like I don't trust him. Like I don't know what is his point in reaching out to me. Cause I'm just like, okay, like he's up and coming. Not saying I'm like better than you. Like I like we're still human beings. Like I'm not better than nobody. But it's just like, okay, what is the motive? I always gotta go into things with discernment. Like I'm not gonna just be around people for just no reason. Everything is premeditated. So like when I first saw that you DM me, like, bro, like get on my podcast, like I feel like you're doing a great thing, you're doing amazing things. Like I considered it, but I'm like, let's just wait and see how is he as an individual. Like I was watching you the whole time. Like I'm gonna be honest, like I'm literally watching your Instagram, like, okay, like he's being consistent, he's posting every single day. He's actually taking his craft serious. So that's the people that I want to be around. I want to be around people that's passionate about what they do, and they're not trying to finesse people. They're trying to really help the culture move forward because we're behind. Like that's what people don't understand. We're actually behind. So like once I saw that you really trying to help people, you gotta like you really care about helping people. So it's just like, okay, like I with that. Like I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss. No, my bad. But yeah, like
I know he really watched the podcast. See that I always blurt out the cuss words, but nah, that's all good. Be you. I want you to be you. Go ahead.
My bad. But no,
I appreciate that.
Definitely. Like I don't like working with everybody. I have met up with other traders, and it just I get a feel for them, and I watch them. I'm be completely honest. I watch a lot of traders, and I see what they do. What do they preach? And I see the reviews. Like people are not gonna keep making bad videos about you. If you are, if you're doing the right thing, you're not gonna have bad videos about you. So it's just like I do a lot of research, and I know that if I be around wrong people, that can hurt me, like you know. So I'm very careful on doing business with certain people.
And I appreciate that. And I also want to give a shout out to Charlene FX. She spoke highly about you.
Shout out to Charlene FX.
Yeah, man. She spoke very highly about you. She always speak highly about you. You know, I reached out to you the last time and I said, look, man, like I know it gets overwhelming. Like I was like, I already understand that you don't want to do it, but I said, listen, whenever you're ready, bro, we ready for you. And it's like, I already know, bro.
Yeah,
I know what it's like.
Yeah,
and the reason I'm attracted to what you're doing is because you got the heart. You know what I mean? Like you got the heart to just look, y'all.
Just what it is.
This is what I did, and this is what it is. You know what I mean?
Literally.
That's what it is. So it's like, and I know I'm kind of like, that's what it is. Oh, but we clicking right now. We on the same page.
We just vibing right now.
But yeah, man, I'm just like, bro, just so thankful for that. Just so thankful for you being here, and just wanted to put that out there. Like I want the people to know, like, these things just don't happen because, oh, you got a podcast and Doyle got a course, or Doyle got things that's available to trade, or Doyle want to build his following up, or he's looking out for me. Like these are real relationships and real things that have to be built. Nobody's giving nobody nothing. Nobody's exchanging money. These are real things to be built. And look, like this is being done for you guys to get content, to have a conversation that maybe is something that Doyle says that can encourage you. So that's what it's about. So you talk about your sister a lot. You know, in some of your videos.
Sister,
how important is she to your life? I know that y'all was in depth on that Fibonacci strategy. Y'all used to go in on that.
Yes, sir.
So how important is your sister to your journey, and what has she done to help you get to this spot?
So I don't even know where to start. Okay, so when I was first trading Fibonacci, we did not live in the same household. I had my own apartment by my college. She was back in Detroit. She wasn't there, but we used to be on the phone all the time while we was at work together. I used to call her, like we both worked at factories. I call her, we'd just be chopping it up for like at least 7 hours. I'm not gonna lie, like the whole shift, we'd be on the phone. And I'd be telling her like, bro, we should do this when we get off work. Cause we work the same shift. So like we'd be like practicing Fibonacci or whatever. But she ended up straying away from Forex a little bit. She still trades, but she don't take it as serious as I am. Like I would just like, I'm still doing it. Like whether you're not doing it or not, I'm still gonna do it. But she definitely played a big role with me reaching the next level because she actually paid for me to get into IML. She paid that fee. It was really a birthday gift. I'm not gonna lie.
That's dope.
I wanted to get an IML, and she paid for that. So it was just like, dang.
So is she your older sister?
Yeah, she's my older sister.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And is she still in Detroit, or she's here with you?
She's
too?
still in Detroit.
She's still in Detroit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So now it's supply and demand.
Love supply and demand.
When did that come into play? And when did that click for you? Like, how did it click for you?
Because I was trading fibs and supply and demand at the same time. I'm just trying to see which one is making more money. That's because we're really in it for the money.
Yeah.
Trading, we're trying to take our capital to the next level. So it was about, I'll probably say like a year and like 8 months in of fibs. Then I was like, okay, let me try to implement supply and demand. Let me see how I can critique it. Traded on different time frames. I done traded it on 15-minute, 30-minute time frames, but I like the 5-minute. The 5 minutes just, I like to just be in and out. I want my money as fast as possible. Let's just get it in and out. But yeah, supply and demand, like, I just feel like it's just really just good. It's just, like, I don't know. Do you trade supply and demand?
I mean, bro, I don't know if I do, if I don't. So my like trading strategy is just very simple, bro. I mark up key levels based on like daily highs, weekly highs, lows, things like that. And I literally look for reversal patterns at those levels. And then I trade a break and retest off that. That's literally all I do.
That's all you do? Okay.
Yeah, so it could be like some of my zones could be supply and demand, like those daily lows things, those are most likely supply and demand zones. But I just view it as that, bro. I literally just look for reversal patterns and wait for a break and retest of the next support or supply and demand zone, and then I take it from there. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
So 5-minute chart, like when did you, have you always traded the 5-minute when you were doing fibs?
When I was trading Fibonacci, it was only the 15-minute. I felt like the 15-minute was just good with fibs, but I used to get faked out a lot on a 15-minute. Now you can get faked out a lot on a 5-minute, but it's easier to get your 1-to-1, 1-to-2 easier on a 5-minute chart. And it took me a while to really get comfortable with the 5-minute because a lot of people say a lower time frame is way more noisier. I disagree. I feel like the 5-minute can be the start of a new trend for the 1 hour. So I don't know, like it took a while. I was losing a lot of money. Like I was still trading fibs, but I was still testing supply and demand just to see, okay, how can I get better with this? But I'm still trading live account, trying to grow my account with fibs. And then once I started growing my account with both, I just ditched fibs. I'm good with supply and demand. So yeah, that's really.
So it's literally no indicators at this point.
Like,
no.
Just... I mean, I still use moving averages, but that's literally it. The 13 EMA, the 50 SMA, and the 200 EMA. That's.
Bro, I think the 50 is just standard, bro.
Yeah,
like that's bro, like you can't get away from it.
You can't go
because that's
wrong,
what I look for too. Like that'll let me know if it's a good trade or not. Like I'm looking for a nice engulfing coming above, just peeking above that 50 EMA.
Yeah.
Or you could do the simple, moving or whatever, and then I get a pullback and I'm in there. So yeah, bro, I think that 50 is just standard. I mean, it's the trend. So what else, man? So as far as trading, like when did it get to the point where you were like, okay, I can quit this job? Because I mean, I think we just came up on April 5th. We just came up to the 2 or 3 year anniversary since you quit the job.
Yeah, damn. How do you know that, bro? How do you know that?
Come on,
how do you know that, man? That's crazy.
Listen, I do not interview anybody that I don't have an interest in.
How do you know?
I'm just being honest with you, bro.
I really
I'm gonna study. I have to have an interest. I have to be a fan. I don't just bring people for that, bro. I'm just being real. April 5th.
April 5th.
So talk to me about it.
Quitting my job. A lot of people don't really understand, but I was documenting my trades every single day while I was in my job. A lot of people that followed me for years know, like they saw me clocking in at my job. I would record me being at my job, walking to my car, showing my trades every single day. So I've been doing what I've been doing for years. Just, a lot of people just haven't picked up on it. But when I finally quit my job, like it's like an emotional day because it's like, dog, this is the day that I really been waiting on.
Yeah.
Like, I've been waiting just to work for myself. Like I've been building up this capital, building up my account. I'm like, man, okay, like I had a plan before I even quit. I'm like, okay, I need my account to be this large. I need to have this put aside. I need to have at least one extra stream of income to the side in case something happens, because I'm prepared to, I'm trying to do this for the long haul. I'm not trying to like quit my job, go back to my job. So when I quit my job that day, I'm like, bro, are you really ready for this? Because I pay attention to other successful entrepreneurs and they say that entrepreneurship is harder than working a 9 to 5.
Absolutely.
Like it's way harder. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta wake up, show up, no excuses, nobody cares, no emotion, like none of that. So when I quit my job and I clocked out and I went to my car, I sat in my car for a little bit. Like it was just me. I just didn't record or nothing. I'm just like, okay, Doyle, you doing this for real. Like, don't try to back out of it. Don't be afraid. Like, whatever you've been doing, you might have to get a little bit more uncomfortable. Even though you are uncomfortable now because you have no stable income. But you sign up for this. But this is what you want. So it's kind of like scared, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's like, man, like, okay, this is what I want, but am I ready for it? F it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So I drove home that day. I regret doing this, but I didn't let them know that I quit that day. I just walked out. It was really like an ignorant move. I should have just gave them the 2 weeks, but I was just so miserable at my job. I was just like, I don't want to talk to them no more.
And it was like, I got the power to just do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't really, I really didn't want to flex on them. Like, man, I'm working for myself now.
Yeah.
But it was just, I don't want to have any attachments to this job no more. I don't want to talk to them, block their number, block my supervisor number. I'm good. I'm on my own. But it's definitely scary though. That's one thing I can say. It's definitely scary because you don't know when you're going to get paid.
Yeah, you don't know. But one thing is for sure, and you have alluded to it, but it's like the work you put in every day will show up in the future.
The work is going to work.
Yep.
Like
always.
Like people, you can't fake the work that you put in. You can't fake that. If you keep repetitively doing something, okay, he didn't put in a lot of time.
It shows.
It shows every single time.
It
so
shows.
Whatever craft that you're doing, over time, you're going to get better. Whether you're doing photography, whether you're doing podcasts, you're going to get way colder in your podcast.
Yep.
I'm going to get way better next year in trading. So the results is going to show regardless. People can say whatever they want to say, but the work is going to show if you put it in, period.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I know Q-Banks was a big inspiration for you early on.
Yeah.
And somebody that you looked at and he was like, yeah, man. You were actually going to save up for his course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to buy his course, but I didn't have $750.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me just get Fibs on my course.
Yeah.
So definitely like, if I had the $750, I probably would have bought his course.
Yeah.
But I just didn't have it at that time.
So he has a quote I remember from a video where he said, you can't hide the money. You know, the money going to show some way. You know?
Trying to tell you.
So looking at your car in Detroit when you were working at warehouse, what type of car did you have?
I had a 2013 Chevy Sonic.
2013 Chevy.
But that was before, because I had a car more worse than that. I had a 2000 Chrysler Series. No heat in there.
No, in Detroit.
In Detroit.
Ooh.
Midwest, it get cold.
You had to bring the portable boy in there? You had to get your portable heater and bring it in there?
No, I didn't know. I ain't had nothing. I had my coat on.
Ooh, wow.
It was cold, man.
So to now you're in Miami. And I think you gifted yourself on your birthday. Was that last year?
Yeah, that was last year.
Last year.
Yep.
And what you driving? For those that don't know, what you driving now?
I mean, it's not nothing too crazy.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
what you driving?
I got a 2019 BMW i8.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
With the doors.
With the doors.
Ooh, beautiful. When you went to purchase that, right?
Yeah.
What type of feeling was that, bro? Honestly.
I didn't feel it till I drove off with it. Not gonna lie. I test drove it. The dealership actually thought I was like playing because I put like 70,000 down, and they thought I was like wasn't gonna come back with a check. And the guy, shout out to John Toscanio. If you're watching this, shout out to you. He let me know that everybody in there thought I was playing because I was like one of the youngest dudes. That's a showroom car. They think I'm really coming in there playing. I'm like, no, I want this car. I test drove it. I said, I'm gonna come back tomorrow with a check. Came back the next day with a check. Drove off with it. I didn't feel it until I got on the freeway because I bought it from West Palm Beach. I drove back to Miami with it. And I'm just like, man, you really doing it. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Like, man, you really doing it. Because
you made it.
You like, what?
Yeah.
You coming from Chevy Sonic.
Yeah.
Factory worker, making $400 a week. Now you making $4,000 in a day, $2,000 in a day. Like you on another whole level that probably nobody in your family ever reached. So it's kind of scary because you can't go to nobody because you're on this such high level.
Yeah.
So it was surreal when I drove off.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
But again, you can't hide the money.
You can't fake the results.
You can't. The taste increases, but when you look at, okay, I want to buy a car or I want to treat my, oh, we good? Okay. I thought that was Isaac. Yeah. I thought that was Isaac telling me. So, yeah. No, you good. I thought that was Isaac telling me something. Because I see hair. He got hair. That's why, but you good, bro. Yeah, like you can't hide the money. You can't fake it or nothing. Yeah. And so when you think about buying a car, right, and then, you know how we budget, like, all right, like I only want to spend this amount of what I got stashed. And then you look at it and you be like, that amount is a lot. You know what I mean? And so people that don't manage money will look at a purchase like that and be like, oh, he's spending all his money. But they don't understand that when you look at a percentage of what you have stashed and you say, this is the percentage I'll spend, and you look and you see that percentage is bigger, way bigger than what it was.
Like what?
You cannot hide the money.
I'm not gonna buy a car if I'm not financially straight. Like, even though like this is my first time ever having large sums of money, I'm still smart about it. I'm not gonna just get something if I don't have no other investment, no other money coming in. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. So when I put $70,000 down, I'm just like, are you ready to be spending this type of money? Like, this is crazy. Like,
it's shocking, bro.
But yeah, it was just like, I knew I had money to the side and I just felt like I deserve it.
You deserve it. And that's it. So one of the first things I did in 2021, hitting in 22, when I first was getting those consistent payouts, trading, I'm like, I got the strategy. It works. I'm here. I'm making money is, I wanted to go to a Heat. I'm a huge basketball fan. And I was going to get season tickets this year, but thank God I didn't because they was trash.
Yeah, they
was trash this year. But in 2022, that 21-22 season, they was on point. Like, they went to the finals. They went to Eastern Conference Finals, lost to Boston.
Yeah.
Game 7. I was at that game. But anyway.
I wanted to go to that game.
Bro, man, I wish you would have met back.
We was about to go to that game.
Oh, yeah, y'all was about to go to that game.
Yeah, we was about to go.
Bro, so I did I think 8 games, bro, all behind the bench every game. I spent thousands of dollars on season.
Yeah, I know exactly how much it costs too.
And my wife, bro, she said, do it. The exact words you said, she said, you deserve it. Because when we looked in the account, like the money that was coming from Forex, it was extra, bro. We put aside and did what the CPA said, and we put the money for taxes. And then we covered the things that we needed to cover. But I needed to reward myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? For just staying down with this skill, because this was different for me.
Yeah.
And even though I didn't make 6 figures in a year and it wasn't extravagant, it's like, because my household already run off my business, you know what I mean? Anything from Forex was just a surplus. Bonus. It was a bonus. Yeah. So my wife was like, nah, you don't need to put that and put it in our savings. Like, go reward yourself. I did 8 games that season, bro. Ooh. 8 games. And then on, I think one playoff game, I took my wife. But bro, I never sat behind the bench. Never. Not in one game.
And the crazy thing about that, you meet different people over there too.
Bro,
trying to tell you.
It's a different, and I was just gonna allude to that.
Different.
In your car right now, how many different conversations are you having now because you're in that car? You segue right into I was saying that to come into that. So go ahead.
That's crazy.
That's it.
When you buy, and I hate that humans are like this, but we're just like this. We like material things. We do. I like nice stuff. I'm pretty sure you like nice stuff too.
I do.
But when you buy more expensive things, you get put in a different tax bracket. It's like, okay, how can he afford that? Now conversations are starting to pick up. You at the gas station, people, oh, what do you do? Okay, you meet people in the club, you pull up, valet, now they like, oh, take my number now. I'm connecting with people out here just off of having that car. Now, was that the goal? I just like the nice car, but the car attracts people. So it just like how you sat in the Miami Heat game right behind the seat, you probably next to somebody that make $1 million.
Everybody in my row, the guy that sat next to me owns the cement company that supplied the cement to build the arena. He's been a season ticket holder since the beginning. The guy on the other end owns a holding company that supplies the fragrances you smell when you walk into the W, Marriott, and some other hotels, he said.
These different type of people, right?
Different type of people, bro. And and the thing I love about them is they friendly.
They human.
Who are you? What's your name?
Yeah.
The man's wife was leaning on me. You would think she wanted to come on with me. That's how friendly they was. They was just.
I met a guy. I got some floor seats in a Pistons game in Detroit. That's when I first started getting some money. Come on. I got some floor seats at a Pistons game, and it was a nurse, but he was a mobile nurse. He was like city to city nurse.
He was making money.
He making $10K a week.
Yeah.
He's like, I got season tickets to the Pistons game. I just came here with my wife, showed me my wife, and I exchanged numbers with him. Why I'm still friends with him to this day.
It's crazy.
Like, I'm telling you, like, putting yourself in position, but you gotta have something going on. You cannot buy something outside of your means.
Yep.
Make sure that's your bracket. Let's not lie. That gotta be your bracket. Once you're in the bracket, you start meeting people that's in your same bracket too. And that can create opportunities. So like, definitely floor seats, nice cars, nice clubs, nice restaurants. Yeah. You can meet nice, and we in Miami, so you already know. You already know.
Big finesse city, but you could definitely meet some people. You can definitely meet some good people. Oh man, as we wind down, bro, when you think about the future of Doyle,
Mhm.
right? And we spoke a little off camera about that next level for you.
Mhm.
What do you see as you evolve? Because you've gotten to the point again where Forex is, you got that skill set, right?
Yeah.
It is the money multiplier. You've made it, you know. What's that next level? Because you came to Miami to push yourself.
Yeah.
What's that next level for Doyle?
I want to say this. I feel like I made it, but I still have a lot more work to do. I'm still only 25. I'm not 40. I don't own a Fortune 500 business. I don't, I'm not doing business with people overseas. Like, I'm just here. Like, I'm just present. So I don't want to say I just made it just yet.
Yeah.
I'm not, like, my mom still works. Why does she still work? It's levels. Like, I haven't retired her yet. Like, like a woman that I'm with right now, like, she's still working. She's not, so I still have a lot of levels to hit before I can say I just really made it. But as far as like the future with me, I'm not really sure. I'm gonna just let life just push me in the right opportunity. I know I want to keep creating content because a lot of people connect with me. Just the story, the relatability, just how the way I come, like how I approach things, people really relate to. So I feel like I'm gonna still be making content probably in the next 5 years. It may not be Forex. I may, like we talked about off camera, I may start my own podcast or whatever.
Yes.
But
And I'm encouraging him to do it, y'all.
yeah, I might make my own podcast. But I'm not really sure. I'm just gonna use the Forex profits, invest into other businesses, make this passive income come from Forex, and then see where life takes me. I don't really know. I'm still young at the end of the day. So I'm present, I'm grateful, and I just want to just let the opportunity come when it comes. But I'm going to be ready. Because when it comes, you gotta be ready. So I'm gonna be ready whenever the opportunity comes. But I really don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know.
So you mentioned you have a lady in your life.
Yes, a lady that has definitely been helping me mentally.
Yeah.
Because this is a new environment. Like, I'm in Miami by myself, no family, no friends. Like, and I'm networking with other entrepreneurs. I don't really like hanging out with people that I can't make money with or do business with.
Correct.
Like, I'm just really focused because I know I can make one wrong decision and it could cost me everything. So I'm really, really careful on who I bring around, who I talk to, who I share information with. But she really been like, okay, like, you shouldn't do that. Okay, you having a meet and greet this year, you should do it like this. And she really just keeping me like leveled out, keeping me just, cause I do have like anxiety and I be stressed out about stuff.
Yeah.
But that's just personal stuff that I'm dealing with.
Yep.
So, she just be in my ear like, just, you good, like, you done did a lot. You still 25, like, don't stress too hard. It's people that's younger than you that wish they was in your position. They don't even know how stressful it is to be in your position. So just take every day, one day at a time. So I give a lot of credit to her. She know who she is. Like, she just be there, so, and you need that.
Everybody needs that.
Yeah.
My next question, do you see marriage in your future?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
definitely. I feel like a lot of people expect me to just be some type of player. Like, I'm just outside all the time. No. I see the most wealthiest men and they all have wives.
Absolutely.
All of them.
Yeah.
And they're making probably the most money than successful single men. So I just feel like marriage is a big deal when you reach a certain level. If you're not on that level yet, you shouldn't worry about marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe in marriage for sure.
Absolutely. Listen, bro, just everything you said is facts. My wife has made me the man I am today. I don't have my ring on right now. It's just simply because it's just simply because I'm getting another one. The other one got too small.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna just hands down say that a woman that pushes you and that can deal with and nurture the side of you that nobody sees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's something valuable.
You can't get that anywhere else.
No, you can't. And, a lot of women can try to duplicate that and be that, but the person that's meant to be there for you, because it takes a lot to nurture somebody that is always thinking about the next thing.
Man, we can't be in the moment all the time.
No.
We thinking about tomorrow, next week, next 5 years. We got to always be on the go. We can't just be so comfortable.
And they have to be able to notice that and slowly remind us of where we at.
Yeah.
And if you have something like that, just keep exploring it, bro.
Yeah.
And you will know when the time is right. So I love that, man.
Yes, sir.
Well, I want to definitely say thank you. I definitely want to say that I don't take your time lightly. I definitely want to say that keep going, bro. What you're doing is so much bigger than what we both even know right now.
Yeah.
And I know you got some ideas on where you want to take it, but bro, we don't even know what's in store, what God has in store, because what he's done already in your life is just amazing, bro.
Yeah.
And there's so many people, when they watch Doyle Exchange on YouTube, they see themselves in you. And that's why they cling and that's why they lock in. And, sometimes on this journey, we don't have people that we can scream to in times when we feel pressure and we feel anxiety and we feel, like, man, I'm done with this. I'm tired of the headaches. You know what I mean?
Man.
We don't have somebody to scream to. But I want to let you know that that's normal and that's okay. And a lot of times people don't say that that's normal because everybody wants to put a diagnosis or a stereotype on, a quote unquote successful entrepreneur shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that.
Right.
And forget that. You know what I mean? So, bro, I just want to give you some flowers and just build you up and just let you know, man, that you've definitely impacted me to want to, have you and to watch your content even before I even started putting this podcast out on YouTube. You know what I mean? So you're doing something great. I appreciate it. And if you could just leave some words of wisdom for traders that deep inside are entrepreneurs, because they got it. A lot of traders got it mistaken.
Yeah.
They are trying to cover up the entrepreneurial side by saying, I just want to be a full-time trader.
Exactly.
When really, they just want to be in control of their lives. And that is an entrepreneur. So I want you to speak to that trader, but they really an entrepreneur. Speak to them and give them some advice before we get out of here.
If you get into trading, but deep down, you know that you're an entrepreneur, your goal is to just get your time back. That's the number one goal. You're trying to get your time back. So treat trading as a business. Treat it as if it was your kid, because you got to cherish it. You got to grow it, got to water it. Sometimes it may not grow a little bit, but that's okay though. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like my advice for any entrepreneur that's into trading is just enjoy the process. Because I remember when I was at my job and I wasn't making a lot of money. And I'm like, man, one day I'm going to get out of this. You got to trust yourself, trust the vision, and pray. A lot of people don't pray, bro. I don't know why. Like, our generation, we don't, nobody go to church, nobody pray. I was doing a lot of prayer. It was by myself. I go on a jog, pray man, something's going to come up. Something's going to happen. Something is going to bless me to get to the point where I am financially free. Yeah. So people got to really, truly believe and have faith in what they're doing. You cannot do something and kind of be halfway on the board. You got to be full, all the way on the board. You cannot play with it. So my advice is just believe in yourself and keep consistently growing. Even if you had a rough week, keep going that next week. It's going to happen eventually. Yeah. For sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, Calvin, the new trader, Doyle is in the building, y'all. This has been another episode. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Definitely. We look forward to running into you at the bank one day, but you can't meet us there. You got to beat us there. When we pull up to the bank, Doyle pulling up in you already know what he pulling up in. I'll probably just be walking in the bank, walking out, you know what I mean? But when we pull up to that bank, you should already be walking out. Duffel bag on your shoulder, big smile on your face. I believe we all gonna be successful. Listen, tell somebody you love them today. Life is too short. God bless you. Until next time, God bless. Peace. Yeah, I already know.